Oh my goodness. Pulsechain and Pulsechain are about to launch and they're going to show so many opportunities with their free copies of ERC20s on Pulsechain. One opportunity that currently exists on Ethereum that is also, I believe, going to exist and be exaggerated on Pulse when it launches. I'm going to show you in this video, like I showed you in the last video, where I showed you how to actually take advantage of an arbitrage that was currently happening at the time. You better be thankful that I don't actually have any liquid cash right now, because I would be taking advantage of this shit, right? But I want people to, since I don't have that, I'd prefer the people who are watching to be able to take advantage of this. What are we talking about? We're talking about Maximus DAO. The DAO that grabbed a bunch of HEX and staked it into the future, right? Well, this DAO token should be selling at a pretty big premium, or at least a premium, relative to HEX. And when we take a look at DEX Screener, we compare it in relation to HEX. So this is the price of the Maxi token in relation to HEX. We get to see that it's only selling it at about a 1.16% premium. Is that appropriate? No, it is not. This is a massive opportunity. This is a massive opportunity. If you're watching this, you will see this close as more people put money into this to take advantage. This is why I want more liquid, to take advantage of things like this, because just like the other video where we showed you how to arbitrage, with current market data, there's another opportunity here with Maxi. And when Pulsechain launches, this I personally believe is going to be exaggerated, because if you're on Ethereum right now that already has a boatload of eyeballs and people searching for this kind of stuff, well, I would assume people are searching for this kind of stuff because I find it interesting, so why won't other people? And this is happening right now where people are already searching for profit and nobody's taking advantage of this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. When Pulsechain launches, holy frick, there is going to be so much opportunity for this. We'll talk about the Pulsechain Maxi price, or how that's going to work with, like, you're going to have P Maxi, and you're going to have ETH Maxi, and you're going to have wrapped ETH Maxi, and you're going to have wrapped P Maxi. We'll talk about that in a future video. If you want to see that video, just let me know down below in the comments. It's similar to the HEX video I did, but it's just relation to Maxi. So, with all of that being said, if this is your first time here, what's good? My name is Sam, and if this is your first time here, you should probably subscribe. You're still watching at this point, you should definitely subscribe. For those of you who are returning, it's good to freaking see you. And if you are returning, you should definitely be subscribed if you want to catch more alpha like this, right? It's not like an STD where it's a bad thing. I'm dropping alpha here all of the time. So let's get into this video. And if anybody wants to support the channel, there's some links down below. But one of the things that I'm currently trying to do is win a contest with a buddy to actually get some free HEX. So if you go down below to Twitter, jump over to Twitter, I need to beat Motley the Investor on Twitter in the next 90 days. By July 30th, he's got 14,000 plus followers on Twitter. I've got like 2,500. So if I can beat him, I get 50,000 HEX. I believe that's EHEX, which then would mean I'd get 50,000 PHEX, and then it would be 100,000 HEX in total, which is 50,000. First of all, it's far more than what I actually own in HEX. So if you want to help out, you can check out the link down below. For Twitter, jump over there. You can tweet one of those things. I've been showing all the data over there of like how I'm growing relative to how he's growing. So if you want to support, you can check out that. Now let's get into this video. So I was looking at this chart the other day. Right? This is the Maxi relative to HEX price, and I saw it. I saw it over here when it was selling down here in this price, right? It was selling at a discount relative to HEX, like a massive discount. You could grab 10 HEX, switch for Maxi on Uniswap, and get 11 Maxi. That's asinine. That's stupid, right? Because it was a minted 1-for-1, first of all. Second of all, Maxi has 5 reasons why it should actually sell at a premium. So what I did is I took, and even today, right, with a 16% premium over HEX, I quantified those to get an implied price today of what Maxi should be selling for. And we're going to dive into that. What are those 5 things? Bigger pays better, longer pays better, Hedron minting, reduced fees, and liquidity. When Maximus collected all that, they were able to hit all of the bonuses with HEX staking in terms of bigger pays better and longer pays better. I don't fully understand that, or actually I didn't take the time, would be a better way to call myself out, to actually calculate what these were. When I was talking to Dipcatcher the other day, who is behind this project, he was explaining that this is probably close to 3% or something like that, just with the way the math worked out. Hedron, right? Hedron minting is like basically the free money. It's super trivial. It's kind of like trivial, like the reduced fees when the contract is over with in 15 years. There's just going to be one fee that's paid there versus everybody paying a fee. But the super interesting thing here, well, first of all, you get the speculative benefit of Hedron, which I think the perceived benefit of Hedron is probably bigger, in my personal opinion, than the actual benefit of it, but that's perfectly fine. We calculated the actual benefit in today's dollars. Liquidity. So when we take a look at liquidity, I think this needs to be talked about, because this, I believe, is going to be what is a massive premium at which Maxi should sell relative to HEX. If somebody were to take their bag of HEX and stake it out into the future, and they could get bigger pays better, they could get longer pays better, and they can get the 2x bonus, right? I think it was the 2x bonus they got for, they were still in their, minting phase basically for Hedron, or like initial phase of launch for Hedron. So you're actually getting twice as much for the Hedron on this. And there was a way to reduce fees. Like if somebody was just gonna be like, I'll pay 30% of your fee, right? Well, what would happen with your bag? Well, you wouldn't be able to touch that shit for a long time. Now, with Maxi, you have all of those and liquidity. This is a massive premium in my personal opinion, and we can go about it in the comments or over on Twitter. If you press the share button and send this over to Twitter, tag me. We can chat about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So let's get into the numbers. Let's understand the Maxi token yield, because then we can back out what an implied price would be for the Maxi token. So HEX, currently at the time of the filming of inputting the data, I just grabbed it from Nomics, right? It was 19.8, right? 0.198 cents. Hedron was this, and Maxi was 0.229, right? Well, the yield on HEX max length stake, right, would be 38%. The additional benefit from Hedron is just the total amount. If you get the total amount of Hedron that was minted over the last 3 days since this is launched, right? So this is brand new. This is why this is an opportunity, because not everybody's paying attention to this yet. if you're here now, you're seeing shit that a lot of other people are not going to see in time to take advantage of this. Hedron, they're printing like that, right? So the benefit of the Hedron based on the current price it's nominal. It's very, not much of a benefit, but the perceived benefit, the way people talk about it online, in their minds, it is bigger, right? So this is actually a discounted number in my personal opinion, because people's perceived benefit of having Hedron on there is larger than it really is if you look at the data, at least in today's dollars. Liquidity premium, let's come back to that. But the bonus here, so when Dipcatcher was actually talking about this, I didn't dive into the full details of the max pays better, or like the bigger pays better and the longer pays better, but he had said something about 3%. I didn't go through and actually calculate it. I know people are going to say it's 10%. It's actually not 10% for the way the math worked out. He was explaining, but just to be conservative, right? Because then we're conservative in this because the perceived benefit's greater than reality, right? The reality is it's not even a fraction. It's like it's like 4/1,000ths of a percent. 4/1,000ths of a percent. A tiny, teeny, little itty bitty, right? Could be, right? But even if you have a 10x in the price of Hedron, it's still trivial. Even 100x is still trivial. The bonus here, 2%. It's probably higher than this. I didn't run the numbers. Maybe I will run it again when I get more liquid to see exactly what it is. The liquidity premium. Liquidity premium is what we just talked about. I personally believe this is way higher than 5%. I think it's way higher than 5%. But if you look at this and you take these all and add them up, it's 45%. That means the Maxi token, given you agree with these assumptions, right? Well, given that you agree with these assumptions, right, the Maxi yield is 45%, right? Now, check this out. When you come and you take these into consideration, along with HEX's current price of 19 cents, what is the current yield on HEX? If you look at the global yield, this is all stakers. So everybody who's gone through and created a stake on HEX, and you calculate the average amount that people are earning, it's 11.24%. So current price of HEX is based on an average of what everybody who's holding HEX earns of 11.24%. That's a big difference in 45. And if you look at this, the difference is 33%. That is a lot. That is the delta between 45 and 11. It's a pretty big difference, right? Let's actually come back a little one more, right? Easier to take a look at. The difference between those is 33%. That means that the price today is at a implied 16% discount, right? Because if we come back over here, it's currently at a 15% premium relative to HEX. I would love a sellout. I would love some more liquid so I could take advantage of this, guys. Because then I would take advantage of it and then tell you what I did to take advantage of it and then make the video so if anybody else wanted to take advantage of it, could. I don't have liquid HEX, so that's why I'm or liquid cash right now. So this is why I'm making this so that somebody else can take advantage of this and not people that don't know, because I'd rather the people that do know or watch this content get that value. When you go through and you do the math on this, right, and all we're doing here is we're taking the additional yield, right, this here, 33%, and taking the current price of HEX to calculate the premium Maxi should be selling given the big increase in yield. And that's a 26.5 cents. 26.5 cents. The current premium is only 15. Right? It's currently, that means there's 15%, right? And we just looked at that right over here. This is relative to HEX, right? It's got, and you can see probably above, above my head is pretty hard to see, but it's 0.1533, right? very close to the current premium that I calculated based upon the prices in here. This is like and its current, and Maxi's current price is 22.9 cents, right? And change. That means there's a several cent difference there. You're like, several cent difference doesn't sound like much, but think about somebody who's putting in $1 million, right? Maybe if we look at Uniswap, we could check the pool size for these, right? Info at Uniswap, right? We're going to check this pool size of this because you probably couldn't even absorb $1 million. This is why it's an advantage for anybody watching this, guys, because big folks who have a lot more money can't even take advantage of this because there's not enough liquidity. But people who have smaller bags, this is the perfect opportunity for them. Okay, so Maxi, let's click on this bad boy. Let's see. Okay, so the TLV, this is like locked up in the pool between HEX and Maxi, is $849,000. So the big guys cannot even take advantage of this. It's going to have to be people like us, which is awesome. This is what's going to happen when Pulsechain launches. There's going to be the same exact thing happening on the other side, where people, I would assume, is going to be happening on the other side, where it's selling at a discount. Would you like to buy? Would you like to buy some HEX at a nearly 16% discount from today's price? That also maxes out. The max pays better, as well as the, in terms of max paying better, longer pays better, and bigger pays better, and get free Hedron, and still have access to that, and reduce your fees at redemption. Oh my goodness, this is a crazy deal. If I think this is probably higher than 5%, say if it was 15%, then that would imply a 28.5 cent price for Maxi. This is pretty crazy. Love to hear what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support, there's some links down below, or you can jump over to Twitter, say what's up, and press the follow over there so I can get some HEX and start taking advantage of more of these things. If you like fitness related content, I just released a video on peptides for HGH, for like healing. If you've never heard of HGH, it's kind, or like the peptides and things along those lines, it's kind of like DeFi, where nobody knows about it. Icon will come up here. You can click over to the other channel and check out those videos. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.